What's up, guys? Welcome to a Pretty Girl Rocks edition of Celebrity Myxer. I'm your host, Alexus Renée. Today's special guest is the beautiful Keri Hilson, along with her cast members, Deborah Winans and Redaric from their new movie, Don't Waste Your Pretty, which airs on February 28th. So make sure you guys tune in. It's going to be on TV One. But if you stay right here, you'll stay mixed into all the background exclusive of this new movie. All right, guys, so I must say I totally enjoyed the film. You guys all did an amazing job. Kudos to you guys. But one of my favorite parts in the movie was the scene with Keri and that vibrator. Girl, I was hollering, okay? I don't know if it's because I was having flashbacks or something, but it was hilarious. So my question is, what would you say your go-to would be on Love and Life? Your go-to guide would be on Love and Life.
My go-to guide, that would be my intuition, honestly. I've learned the importance of discerning scenarios and discerning, energy and just figuring out for myself and seeing what it is I truly feel, what resonates with me, what I should push gently away. I would say that has become my go-to guide once I've learned how to kind of dial in and stay in a good streamlined vibration.
No pun intended.
Nope.
Right.
No pun intended at all. I mean, that's part of it. Okay, I'm just kidding. So, sometimes you might need to do that to be able to push certain things away. But yeah, I think my intuition has become my guide. I look at like meditating and prayer as a GPS. I look at it like that, and it literally has given me results in the way of allowing me to understand where I should go, what I should do. So that has become my internal guide to love and life. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, thank you. Okay, so my next question is for you, Miss Deborah. How did you transition from your role as Charity in The Green Leaf to your character, Janae, in Don't Waste Your Pretty?
That is a wonderful question. I love The Green Leaf. I love it. Green Leaf, I think people felt it was traditional because of my family, the family that I come from. And so it didn't seem like it was hard to sort of get into that, but I'm nothing like Charity. And so for me with Don't Waste Your Pretty, I think that Janae is a bit closer to who I am as a person. And it was very easy. I didn't get a chance to read the book right before we started shooting. But then I met Demetria, who is so just lovely. What a lovely, lovely woman. Talented, beautiful, kind. And I was able to read the script and sort of understand exactly where Janae was coming from. And it was so much fun. It was so much fun to not be the conservative, worried, anxious Charity, and to jump into something different. That's what we hope for as actors, is to continue to find things that challenge us, that change us, that things that we can just dig into and not know what's going to come up. That's exciting to me. And so that's what we live for. That's what I live for. And it was fun to find that transition from Charity and to jump into this very colorful, vibrant, hurting woman and see what we can pull from her. That was lovely.
Well, thank you. So we know that Don't Waste Your Pretty is about a group of friends who are all going through different situations within love and life. So my question to you, Keri, is what would you say your love language is?
I know my love language. It is physical touch, and my secondary is quality time. I think it weighs in because if I don't feel the physical affection, I like affection. I like someone who's tactile because I am tactile. You give love in the way that you love to receive it. So I'm very touchy. and I love to carve out time. So that determine, I know that if my tank isn't filled at all, and I'm at a deficit here with this person, that I know that, that it's not going to last very long. I might enjoy some factors. I might enjoy some components of what we have here, but I'm not going to stay very long if my love language is not met.
I agree with that.
And at the same time, obviously, you're exploring theirs and wanting to give, and you might get lost in that process. But at the end of the day, if your tank is not being filled and you're constantly making deposits, and not receiving, constantly making withdrawals to deposit in theirs, and they are not willing to do the same, then so
cool. So ladies, my next question is, what would your advice be to women and or men who are looking to get back into the dating game? Like, what advice would you give them on preparing themselves for their next love?
Honestly, maybe not the only advice, but I think the biggest advice that I would give is to learn to really love yourself. It's not going to matter who you get with if you're looking for them to love you the way that you need to love yourself. Nothing else will really matter. And they could be perfect and they can be amazing and they can adore you. But if you don't adore you, and if you don't love spending time with you and loving on yourself, I'm talking about the worst parts. It's easy to love the best parts of yourself. It's easy to look and say, oh, I'm cute and I love this. But what about the parts of you that continue to come up as you continue to grow and get older? The parts that are not so lovely that you feel like you need to work on. And you gotta love that. You gotta love that because it's just who you are. And as you continue to recognize the things that you may not think are the most flattering, you can continue to work on that in a healthy way and love it. Love you and continue to grow. I think that's the biggest advice that I would give, because no one else matters if you don't matter to you.
That's a great answer. I would also venture to say, like, for those that are afraid to self, you have to make self is who we have for the rest of our life. You have to make self a comfortable home. The way you come in and you decorate and you make a space yours, you must do that with you. Do some interior design in your heart and in your soul, and make life a more pleasurable place to be, whether you have someone next to you walking or not. We came in here alone, we're gonna die alone. We might as well start that process of redesigning what we like. I'm just kind of paraphrasing what she's saying, but redesign. Go in there and take inventory and evaluate. And
that's really good.
It's like get to a point of accepting your flaws, and you'll love them too as you begin to, see them for what they are and why they're there. And, but you should, also take action, like she said, and work on those things. And, but it's like self can't be such a bad place that you're accepting of a worse circumstance, just to feel like you've got somebody next to you. That's no life at all. That's not love at all.
Because if you don't like you, why would anybody else?
Now, before I let you guys get out of here, my last question would be, what characteristics or personality traits would you say you were most able to relate to when it comes to your character?
That's a good question. Good question. That's like essential to just the work. That's putting the hay in the barn right there. That's the first thing I do anyway when I get a script, is find out different attributes of the character and how I can relate. With this guy in particular, I just really liked how he was fighting for something. He had a passion. It wasn't necessarily just for, the love, which he clearly has for the woman. He's like this gorgeous woman on screen, and you can see that's conveyed, and it's like that's the kid. But it wasn't just all bravado, Rico Suave. That he also was a passionate person. You saw that in his work. As an attorney, he's fighting for a cause. So I think that's important to mention, to have something that you're really fighting for. And then he had this this routine where you could see where he would, like even when he's working out or jogging, whether he's upset, whether it's just he was a man that kind of, he built a structure for himself and the way he lives his life, and I kind of like that. I gravitated towards that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I gravitated towards Janae's sort of pain. Not that I myself, Deborah Joy, was in pain, but I think I have a heart for women that struggle to get up again, that struggle to sort of get out of their own way. And even though they've been hurt and they've been betrayed, to still see the brighter side of life and be open. And that touched me about her. And so I always want to see us win in every way, not just in a career, but in life. The older you get, you realize life is about relationships. Life is about the daily choices and decisions that you make every single day. That's what life is. And when someone can't, or they're in a place where they're unable to keep making decisions that will make their day brighter and happier and get them closer to the goals and the dreams that they have, it's, I empathize with that. It's hard. And so I'm happy that I was able to put myself in that place and see, what it sort of felt like, and how do we move forward? How do we open up? How do we create that space for love and second chances?
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure talking to you guys today. All right, so I hope that you guys enjoyed our exclusive coverage with Miss Keri Hilson and the cast from her new movie, Don't Waste Your Pretty. Make sure you guys are tuning in February 28th on TV One. And to stay up to date with more exclusive interviews like this one, please go to celebritymyxer.com. That's Mixer with the Y. Of course, we would love if you guys would like, comment, and subscribe to this video. I'm your girl, Alexus Renée, and you've just been mixed in.